Okay, this is problem 3-53. They give us this diagram. The resultant is in the second quadrant. And then they give us two component vectors, F1 and F2. Problem asks us to find the magnitude of F1 and F2. So the first thing I did is, because they gave us the resultant and we know its direction, I went ahead and broke it down into its horizontal and vertical components. Now I did mine using the 30-degree angle. You could very well use the 60-degree angle. You will come up with the same values. And because we are in second quadrant, your y component of your resultant is negative, and your x component would be positive. These values go on the bottom of your table because they are the resultant. All right, so if we look at F1, F1 is in quadrant 1, which tells us that the horizontal and vertical components are both positive, and I drew those in red. F1 horizontal is going to be F1 cosine of 30, and your vertical is going to be F1 sine of 30. If we look at force vector number 2, notice it is in third quadrant, so both components are going to be negative, your x and your y. So the horizontal component is going to be negative F2 cosine of 67, and your vertical would be negative F2 sine of 67. Okay, your equations come from these columns. That's an equation and that's an equation. Okay, so the sum of the horizontals have to equal 75, and the sum of the verticals have to equal negative 130. Again, we're back to two equations, two unknowns. You need to use algebra to solve that. Use substitution or elimination. And if you do that, you should come out to about 198.7 for the magnitude of force 1, and force 2 would be 249.2 pounds. Now, keep in mind your answers may be slightly different, and I'm talking very small difference between mine and yours due to rounding. Hope this helps.